Hey, it's Brett Freedman, and I'm here with Chastity at the Elizabeth Arden event at the Bryant Park Hotel, it's a mouthful, in New York City. So we're going to talk a little bit of summer trends. Are you ready? You ready?
Yes, I am.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
It kind of depends on my mood, but that's the thing about fragrance that's so, like, it's like a little
You were saying about that floral that you were really for summer and for spring. They're all fresh fragrances and they all have a very clean feeling. They're refreshing. They can be worn very generously, and also the fragrances have also their own little signature that is very natural. So they have always kind of uplifting natural signature to all of them. In the case of Camellia, of course, is the Camellia sasanqua, and also the flower of the tea shrub. And in the case of lavender, is a beautiful accord of chamomile and different qualities of lavender that we use in perfumery. Lavender is very family friendly, and Camellia is very delicate and very feminine. The Camellia sasanqua accord is a combination of beautiful rosy and peony notes with touches of citrus tree blossoms. So I think they're perfect for the season. They're very refreshing. Flowers.
So what product here would you think would be a good color for the summer, the spring, for women?
Okay. Well, you know, lipstick's on trend right now.
Yes.
And we love that brights are in, kind of like the Drew Barrymore where she's doing that pop of color, a sparse eye. So, believe it or not, watermelon, which is this really great, sort of really bright pink, is fantastic. It brightens the face, but like I said, you want to do a sparse eye. Something, now this is a very baby doll pink, which is really great. Now this is a thought process. This is like, maybe you're wearing all white, and you want to do a little baby doll pink, and a little flush on the cheek, and something. And then, you know, coral is so hot this year. So there's the Tropical Coral Lip Gloss by Arden, which has like a little bit of, which has a little bit of gold in it. Now that's what's going to make it look for the very fair gal to the deep tone gal. That's what's going to be the bridge.
And it's also a fabulous shade for just a simple look.
Yes,
as
exactly.
Well, daytime, every day.
Yeah,
It's nice.
you know, coral, peach, apricot is really big this summer because it's different than a pink.
Right.
So it comes off as fresh and modern, but the key is to have a little gold with it.
And what about bronzer?
Now,
'Cause I love bronzer. I love bronzer.
So you like to get that little extra glow. Now, do you like the shimmer in a bronzer, or do you like the color payout?
I like the natural, just a natural glow. And this I love because you don't even have to put foundation on. You can just apply,
Yes,
and it still just
exactly.
looks natural and beautiful on you.
Because a lot of what foundation does is it evens out the skin tone and gives a little lift of color, especially gals, fairer gals that are using SPF and their face is lighter than their body, or deeper tone gals where their face just tends to be a little bit lighter. So, you know, this is the Arden bronzer, has a little grinder and it turns so you can actually grind exactly how much you want and then apply it with a fluffy brush. And the key with bronzer is if you're going to have something that doesn't have a lot of shimmer, you can put it all over, on the neck also, like chin up. So you would put a little down here and then work from the jawline up. Now if it has shimmer in it, like a lot of them do, I would do that mainly just a little bit on the face, a little bit here on the tops of the cheeks, across the nose, just to give it, because it's going to catch, if you do it all over, it's going to catch too much light.
Right.
But bronzer for summer is a must-have.
Yes.
And once a gal starts bronzing, it's very
You can't
difficult
stop.
to see yourself. Yeah, it's very difficult to see yourself looking, like I say, low watt, you know? It just, there's something very youthful, it's very sexy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And everyone can wear bronzer.
Yes,
But
everyone
it's
can wear
all
bronzer.
skin.
Yeah, if you're very fair, sometimes it's even just an apricot-y kind of face powder
Yeah.
is a lot of color payout, or up to dark skin, just to give it that extra bit of terracotta.
Okay,
Which is
and
beautiful.
eyeshadow palettes here.
So now colors back in shadow also. You know, these are the Arden quads. These are two new quads, which has like the sort of sky blue and the lilac, the golden lilac quad. And what's really great is applying the shadow. Say you're doing a color. I like to put color either in a liner,
Okay.
a mascara, or just maybe on the lid. if you're just exploring colors. So I would take like the lilac on a damp brush, you wet like a little eye brush, and then just sweep it across the lid. That lets it dry to look like a cream shadow, but has more staying power, and it's like a watercolor. It's very sheer, it looks very diffused, it's not like a thick oil paint, you know. A little bit of the shimmer catches light again, making it look dewy and creamy. So that's a really nice way to do color this summer without feeling like, you know, you're doing a purple in the crease.
Yes,
and then something.
I do that. I do that a lot.
Which is great too, but try it maybe where you're doing everything neutral in the crease, maybe champagne, and then just the color on the lid. That kind of anchors it, and then it gives just like a little pop of interest.
Right.
Yeah, so, you know, I think it's great to do an all over purple eye or blue eye, but maybe that's at night, or maybe for a gal that's not, like one of your readers that hasn't done a lot of color.
Right.
This is a great way just on the lid to get that, and then what happens is they see their friends, and then they get a couple compliments, and then it's like, oh, okay, this is like a fresh new way for me to look, and then they get a little more bold.
Okay. Right, so everything's available now, or?
Yeah, so everything's available, correct? Yeah, is in stores with Arden, and you know, it's got the really fun, cute packaging. Here's the blush, that again, the peach with the gold, but the really fun tops with, you know, the sort of summery.
Design,
ready
very
for-
classic too.
Yeah, you know, and Arden's a makeup artist's line, you know, it's developed and maintained by makeup artists, so it's great pigment.
Well, thank you for chatting with me.
Definitely, that was fun.
And it was there for a while, you know. And then they did a spicy one.
You know,
very reputable.
I'm gonna go.
And then they wanted to keep backing. Let me
This
see.
kind of evens them out. This would be almost your lip color.
Right,
a
get
little more.
on for your lipstick.
But this would be probably your coloring, really great pink for you.
Yeah, it's
Which is
really deep.
Great. Yeah, it's really
It's deep.
deep. So this would be an evening lipstick for
Yes,
you.
gotcha.
Or if you were powdered,
Right.
like with a darker lip, you really have to be polished. You know, you can't have that like, oh, I'm kind of cash, and then I'm wearing a dark lip. No, this is, you
Not-
can. Like, oh, I'm a little dewy, you know, I've been running
Yeah,
around. And
You can have a
my
little oil.
fun, yeah, like my little fun. Because you're, yeah, exactly. Her, you know, her lips are so full. We tend to use like a couple colors. You know, we do a little dark on this. That's what I was doing in class. Actually, close all the way. Great lips.
Thank you.
Okay, so your homework is you cannot have a Starbucks, you cannot go to a bar or make out with anyone.
It's
For
10:30,
2
it's gonna
hours, yeah.
be really
It's
hard.
gonna be really hard. For 2 hours, we're gonna see how this lasts. You'd be like, Brett Freedman, put this lipstick on.
I'll never touch my lips again.
Yeah, you're great at
I love that.
It's not something that's laying on the skin, which works a little bit. And, you know, I think that right now, satin lips are really big. You know, everyone wants to do, they're trying to really do a lot of the stains, but a lot of the guys aren't embracing them. Because it does, there is something about them, like,